Okay, before we move on to the isLess method, I forgot something extremely important for the isGreater method. So, so far this is testing two arrays with no consideration for the sign, and the sign is extremely important because if you have one array that's positive and one array that's negative, okay, obviously the one that is positive is going to be the bigger number no matter what. No matter if it's positive 1 compared to negative 9,960,000, positive 1 is the bigger number. So that's what we have to consider here. So we're going to have basically just two if statements. So this is going to be something along the lines of if I sign is greater than O sign, then let's see, let me do it the other way. If O sign is greater than I sign, if the outside is greater than the inside, return true. Now if we have it going something the opposite way, return false. So I think we're covering all our bases here. Excellent. Oh, did I start my timer? Damn it. How many minutes am I in? I'm about 1 minute in, so hopefully this thing I'll have to keep checking it. Alright. So back to my isLess method. Give me a second to think about this, because I'd rather just find a way to, instead of writing this method all over again, I'd want to find a way to use the isGreater method. Wait, no, actually I've just thought exactly how to use it. So let me just call the isGreater method here, providing it all the methods that I'm being provided for the isLess method, going from one method to another. And put a semicolon there. So whatever this returns, I want it to just simply return the opposite of whatever it returns. So if that is true, let me just assure myself, if this is true, then return false. I'm basically doing the opposite, else return true. So that should be returning all bases there. I mean, that should be covering all bases there, I think. So hopefully that works, and if not, we can always debug later, right? So here we're going to have something the equivalent of what we had earlier. So let me copy all this for the long isLess and replace isGreater here with isLess, and let me copy out a huge integer. I'm using all this code over and over again. Maybe I should have methods specifically just to do these processes of coding. Alright, let me get rid of that. Alright, I'll make sure to replace isGreater with isLess inside this isLess method. So, looks like we've covered all bases with isLess. And let's see, isZero is the only one we have left to cover. So, if, let's see, how can we do isZero? So, I think we're going to have isZero do its usual thing and call another method which will be accepting these 4 parameters again. and we'll be using something equivalent to the is equal method. In fact, when I think about it, isZero is not going to be comparing two methods. It's only going to be looking at one method. So let's just have, there we go. It's only going to be looking at one character array along with its sign. In fact, we don't even need to look at its sign. If it's all 0, it's 0. It doesn't matter what sign it is. So let's see. For this method, I can be actually pretty damn lazy, and I could just create an array here of all zeros and then just compare is equal to whatever this is. Do I feel like being lazy? I feel like being lazy. Yeah, I'm definitely lazy. So here I'm going to create a character array of called 0. And this thing is going to be consisting of about 80 zeros. Oh man, I just realized this will only work as this is 80. Wow. This means I have to change my auto program, I just realized. So, I'm going to create this specifically anyway. A lot of really the same way I created this method here. Just have it use this for loop to set the method to 0. And this is going to be new car max digits, 80 positions, and semicolon. So now we call the is equal method. We'll be providing it with all of these parameters. Alright, so when we call isZero, we're going to be, let's see, we're going to be comparing whatever is in I. Yeah, what's in I. There we go. So we could just get rid of that with what's in 0. And let's have them both positive 1. Well, just positive. These ones represent the positive symbol. And this is what we return. A little crude way of doing it, but I like it. Alright, so how much time do we got left? 2 minutes. So that takes care of isZero. Alright. Oh, almost takes care of isZero. We have to call it. So return isZero. Let's see. Well, it seems when you provide no parameters, it assumes that the digit character array is the one it's talking about. So let's provide that as the parameter. There we go. And this method is not really called anywhere. I don't know why it doesn't give. Oh, because it's implementing. That's why it doesn't give us the warning. Alright, let's see. Trying to see how much time I got left. I got 2 minutes. So that basically took care of a big beef of the project when you think about it. When we looked at the directions we were looking at. I mean, this looks pretty big, but this was the biggest part of the project. So far we, let's see, this is all insignificant. We took care of the getString method. I'm highlighting everything in red, things that we've taken care of or things that are like kind of taken care of for us. Let's see. There we go. Got our getString methods. And now what we got left is adding, subtracting, multiplication, division, remainder, and power. And power you'll be able to do after you do multiplication. Alright. So let's get back. So now that we've found our isGreater methods, let's get back to addition. We've done all of that so for the purpose of learning or of being able to make the computer add two things. So as I said earlier, what we want to do, or the type of addition I want to do, is the type of addition that will be able to stop just short of 0. So something like 10 minus 6, where this number here is always going to be greater than that number there. So we're going to have I'm going to work with, actually, let me end the video here. I don't got much time left anyway, and we'll continue talking about it in the next video.